Welcome back, everybody, to day 27 of the 31 days of slashers. I figured I would revisit a straight up classic here. One of my favorite slashers here. This is Candyman. Let's get into the synopsis of this. A children's ghost story comes to terrifying life in this gut wrenching thriller about a graduate student whose research into modern folklore summons the spirit of the dead. Helen Lyle, played by Virginia Madsen, scoffs at superstitions, but when she hears about Candyman, played by Tony Todd, a slave spirit with a hook hand said to haunt a notorious housing project, she has a new twist for her thesis. To prove Candyman doesn't exist, Helen heads to the site of a brutal murder to call for him by saying his name 5 times. To her horror, he appears, igniting a string of gruesome slayings, but the police don't believe in monsters, and Helen is charged with the grisly crimes. Only one person can set her free: Candyman. Okay, so this one here is from, I think it's from 92, I believe. 1992. It is directed by Bernard Rose, and this is just a straight up classic. Original story there by good old Clive Barker. Tony Todd, this is what he's most known for, even though he's in tons of horror movies, but he plays such a good, eerie, standout role in here. His voice, just the way he plays Candyman, is super awesome. This one right here creeped me out when I was little. It still holds up really well. It's cool seeing the old project setting also in the Cabrini Greens over there in Chicago. I love the story of this one. A great story. Definitely plays out really well. It's shot brilliantly. The music is amazing. Really creepy and eerie music that goes right with the vibe of this movie. I've always liked this one a lot, and I just hadn't watched it for a while. Thought I'd check it out. And yeah, the way these bees play into it, it explains, his backstory there. Candyman, why he became Candyman, why he's doing what he's doing. Now, I know there is a part 2 and 3 to this. I actually do not own the Candyman sequels, part 2 and 3. And I know there was another Candyman movie that came out. What was that? Last year? Was that when the Candyman came out, or was it beginning of this year? I forget. But that recent Candyman I have seen as well. I saw it in the theater, and I thought it was great. That recent one's probably my second favorite one after this. But this one right here is just a straight up classic. Like I said, the acting is solid throughout. Everybody plays a great role. You've got some good kills, super creepy vibes, amazing music, and Tony Todd here, just awesome. Super standout role, great franchise. And yeah, everybody or most people, I'm sure the majority of everybody knows this movie, but yeah, a supernatural slasher with a great backstory. The way this one plays out is just awesome, and it was good to give this a viewing again. Hope everybody is doing well out there. This has been 31 Days of Slashers. We are getting to these last, this last bit here. And yeah, I thought I would throw in a couple heavy hitters because some of these maybe I hadn't seen in a while. And I have thrown just a variety of different slashers in there from all years. I think I've covered quite a few decades in this. But yeah, everybody, this is my thoughts on one of my favorite old school slashers here. And this is Candyman.